Welcome to the MSys Technologies Tech Vlog. This is your host Priyal Gaur, and here we are again with the part 2 of Technical Insights for Budding Engineers. We have Sam Selva Prabhu, and he will continue the topic by discussing about aging versus experience, strong and vital few, and synergized team. So, hi Sam, it's great to have you with us again. Please let us know about today's talk session further.
Thank you, Priyal. Thank you for this opportunity. Today we will be continuing discussing about few more technical insights. Last time we were discussing mostly for the budding engineers. This time we are going to discuss about aging versus experience, strong and vital few, and synergized team. So these topics will be useful for not only for the beginners, it will be also useful for mid-level engineers, like the people who are in 4 to 6 years experience. For them also it will be useful.
Okay, so what do you mean by aging versus experience here?
Yeah. So as a year goes by, our age will automatically increase, but experience will not increase automatically. Only by accomplishing and making our hands dirty with some new and difficult things, we can gain experience. Recently, we have interviewed many people, and then one of the person was saying that he has experienced in Python for 4 years. So we started asking questions. We asked him to write some few programs, but he was not able to complete even this simple programs. So we found that he has just aged 4 years. If what he said was true, he just aged 4 years in Python, not at all experienced anything in Python. So that is a bad condition. So if anybody is taking care of their craft, they should be having well experience in their craft. So we can take an example. For example, pilots, they will be saying that they won't say that they are 10 years experience. They will say that I'm having 5,000 hours of flying experience. If you're taking surgeons, for example, they won't say that I'm 10 years surgeon, doing surgeries. They will not only say that in 10 years time frame I have done 50 or 70 surgeries. So they are counting their experience actually. So likewise, at least for the personal benefit, we should count our experience, saying that I have, if you're knowing some skill, for example, you're having C# or Python or something you're having, the skills you're having, what did you accomplish with that skill? Maybe you should be saying like, I have contributed to 5 projects. I have automated 100 test cases. I have designed one framework. These kind of things only consider as an experience. So we should strive to gain experience. Aging will automatically come. So we have to do difficult things and gain experience. That will be very, very good.
So how can we catch up with the fast-paced technology here?
Yeah. So technology is really fast. It is really fast moving. But if you are carefully seeing that, observing the movement, we can know that if you are good at vital few things, then we can we don't need to know everything. It is not possible. Also, it's not practically possible. So there is a principle called Pareto principle, which is called 80-20 principle. So 20% of the issues will cause 80% of the problems. And that can be applicable in many places. For example, 20% of the effort, if you're putting in the right place, you can get 80% of the results. So we can apply that Pareto principle here also. That is what called vital few. So there are vital few and trivial many. So trivial 80%, vital 20%. So like that, if you're taking the Python programming language, so you will be knowing, you need to know only around 10 to 15 concepts. If you know those 10 to 15 concepts very well and you have applied those things, then you are very good in that language. So if you are recently we have written a good test framework. We have used Kubernetes Python library in it. That Kubernetes Python library is having more than 200 to 300 methods. But actually for the whole framework, what we required was only 20 to 25 methods. So if a person knows why we have chosen that framework, and if he knows few 20 or 25 methods which we have used in it. That's it. He can easily add a lot of great value. We don't need he don't need to worry about remaining things. He can, if you know why we are doing this, he can easily figure out the remaining things whenever required.
Exactly.
So if he is very strong in the 20%, the 20 methods, then that he can easily add value. I think this here team lead's responsibility is really vital. When a new person is coming into the team, or engineers are less experienced engineers working the team, team lead should tell what is the vital few they have to concentrate, so that they can soon they can add very good value.
Okay, all right. Okay. So, what do you mean by synergized team, and how can we create one?
Yeah. So there's a classic example about synergy. A horse can pull 2 tons. If we team up 2 horses in a cart, it will pull 25 tons. Mathematically speaking, it should only 22 4 tons, but it is pulling 25 tons. That is miraculous. It's amazing. That is what called synergy. So the same synergy can, if it is there, in the team, that team will produce more results. That team will produce more value. So in order to create in a software engineering field, how we can create how we can create a synergized team is if each member is helping each other,
right,
and working in a common goal or common purpose, with a common purpose, then the synergized team can be easily created.
Okay, can you please also share some practical examples?
Yeah. When we are thinking about synergized team, there are two things we need to concentrate. One is, but very important thing is culture. If only the culture allows them to do helping each other, then they can easily they can then only there will be synergy will create.
Right.
For example, if in a company people are fighting with each other, trying to compete with each other, and don't want to share their knowledge with others, so that they can outsmart others, then in that kind of environment, synergy won't be created. If a team lead or a technical manager is instructing their team that we will consider that if you are helping your team member, that will be considered as a value, where you are adding more, that we will consider that as a more value adding, then then the culture itself will be different. Then people will love to help each other,
right,
because they that will be considered as valuable. So when we are creating that kind of culture, synergy will be easily created. Second thing is practices. So here some of the practices which we have followed is, we are having strict code review process, and also we are following pair programming practices, and some cases we are even following mob programming. So when we are doing designs, important designs, we will pull 2 or 3 important senior members, even some junior members who will be frequently using that, we will be calling them, and we will discuss among us, and we will draw it in a board, or draw it in a whiteboard and share the screen. So then that people will give their ideas, and as a team we will work towards one goal, and mostly we will create a simple design at that time. Also, recently in the corona period, there are few people were joined in the team. When initially, when everyone is working in a lockdown, and everyone is working from home, we were initially afraid that what will happen, how a new engineer can join the team, how we can groom up, how we can teach the initial work. But we were sharing our screen, and in a pair program is there, we will teach them, and we found that was immensely valuable, and they were they were immediately train up with a newer project, and they were adding a lot of values. That is the best thing. So that synergy is really created over there when people are working in a pair programming style. And sometimes when tough issues comes, sometimes even two or three people, sometimes we will work together when a tough issue, customer issues comes. And we found that if a single person is assigned for that issue, sometimes it may take 2 or 3 days. But when two or three people are working together and each one is giving their idea, and based on their experience, when they're giving idea, we have resolved that complex problems in 2 to 3 hours. So that
Right.
is and all a practical synergy we have experienced in our team here.
Right. Truly right. Yeah. So, well, Sam, I think that was a great session. And thank you for sharing all the information and knowledge with us. In fact, both the sessions have altogether added a lot of value and learning to our audience as well. So, thank you, and hope we can cover a new topic sometime soon. We'll catch up soon once more. Take care and stay safe.